They're some of the most dangerous roads in the world. 90,000 people die in traffic accidents in India every year. 300,000 are injured. The cost to the economy, up to $15 billion. The human cost, harder to quantify. Nishit Saran was just 25 when he and 4 friends were killed in a road accident in New Delhi.
I didn't know what had hit me. We all didn't know what had hit us. The night before, we were all enjoying ourselves at the wedding, and the next day, after a day, he was no more with us. He was the star of the family.
The details of the accident, all too familiar on India's roads.
There were no lights, there were no signals. Truck was at a speed because he was going on the road which he was not supposed to be plying at that time of the night with some goods. Driver had no license. And he crashed into them, and the car broke into 2 pieces and it was dragged.
India has just 1% of the world's vehicles, but 10% of the world's road traffic accidents. Harman Sadhu was left paralysed when his car went off an unmarked road. He now devotes his life to campaigning for better road safety. We followed him as he journeyed in India and then on to Brazil. But his trip begins negotiating the roads of New Delhi, one of India's busiest cities.
I'm trying to figure out what needs to be done to improve this particular situation.
One of the biggest problems, says Harman, is that India has no national traffic code, leaving drivers, all 67 million of them, to make it up as they go along.
The drivers, we normally blame them for all the mistakes that they're committing, but these poor people, they don't know what needs to be done. So they are just actually following their self-created rules, which they think are good for the road situation. Yeah, if we look at those road signs on the top of the bridge, no U-turn, nobody can understand what the engineering department is trying to explain here.
Even the more straightforward written signs are problematic in a country where more than 40% can't read or write. To witness some of the devastation caused by such a chaotic system, Harman heads to St. Stephen's Hospital to meet the head of orthopaedics, Dr. Matthew Varghese.
This lady, she was injured in 2004. This is 2007. Severely crushed both legs. You can also imagine what is the magnitude in terms of minor injuries. If you remember the statistics, for every person that is killed, about 15 to 30 are the major injuries, and about 80 times are the minor injuries. So you can calculate the volume of the problem.
With 1 in 4 living below the poverty line, no social security or access to insurance, the effects of a road accident can last long after injuries have healed.
What do you think about the social effect it has on the people at large?
Now, the moment you have a major crash, a major accident, what happens? They don't have the resource. What do? They take loans. And the moment such a below poverty line family takes a loan, that family is done for next 1 or 2 generations straight away. They're gone.